It's a live studio session, folks.
Mayewe, one man come for Nipa, so be one who must now. Don't pull him down. Kofio, 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 Kofi Annan Ayaze. Kofio, 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 Kofi Annan Ayaze. Anane, Ghana Nina, you are ye. Anane, Ebibi Manina, you are ye.
That was short and sweet, but that was from the guitar of Mr. Alfred Carey Bannerman. It is a pleasure to see you here this morning. Good morning.
Thanks so much.
How are you doing?
Good. Early wake up, but I'm always glad to be at Joy FM.
Well, it's a pleasure for us to have you here, most especially because you just wowed all of us once again at the Pop Chain All-Star concert. How was it for you reuniting with Boombai after all these years of separating?
It was just fantastic. Initially, I wasn't very sure whether we could really pull it all together. We'd have been so far away, from each other, thousands of miles. Somebody was in Europe, another in the States. I was in London. But when we came together, I realized the magic was still there.
That's
it was
nice.
still there.
And how many years ago since you last played together?
It would have been roughly about 40 years.
Oh, that's a lot. But hey, once the spark is there, the spark is there,
it's
right?
there, yeah. I realized that all along we were really very dedicated musicians.
Right.
Time didn't seem to matter. We were all practicing. Eno Sedu, who was like the MD of the band, had been working and practicing, and each time we needed music, I just, there was a jingle that we sent to Joy FM.
Right.
That I think he did overnight, in just one night.
Sugar.
Yeah, just a backing, and then he sent the material to me in London. So I found singers to sing, and so on. So he was raised. It's as if they've been practicing for quite a while and waiting for this moment.
Right. I guess when it's in your blood, it never leaves you. The minute you see it, you get the instrument, you go with it without feeling anything. That's super. But I'm sure for the benefit of those who are probably younger and don't know too much about Carey Bannerman, we probably want to take folks back just so that we can get to know you better, especially for the benefit of my listeners. We want to know who Alfred Carey Bannerman is.
Well, I was born to parents. My father was a teacher. My mother was a midwife. Born in Kumasi. My father was always teaching, moving from. It was like how would you say, a fixer. If a school wasn't working very well in Ghana, they moved my father out there to fix it.
And that means you will move along too.
Yeah. So in a sense, my life has been defined by living more on college campuses than really in town,
right.
Or campuses often are very close to the village, they're outside town and closer to villages. So
that's how you grew up.
Again,
that's how you grew up.
I grew up, but in the night you hear music from the villages. They're the form of entertainment, drums all night. But my father was very classically trained piano player, so there was that contrast between hearing classical music
and
by
folk
my father
music
and in our old folk music.
Right.
But I must say, when he was working at the Winneba Teacher Training College, where kids, and it's now the university. He was like the principal at the time, and I remember they had a music school then, even with lots of pianos and everything. We kids usually would go there and play around and so on and so forth. But I'll never forget one Saturday when he had invited a guitar band to play. We'd heard guitar band music on the local radio all our lives, but actually to see the guys play was just the sound, I can't remember. It could have been Kakeko or one of those, and that never left me. But that's my upbringing on college campuses.
Right, and even though you were growing up on college campuses, were you also geared towards playing any instrument at that age?
Very much. I mean, my father played, and I had about 3 uncles who were piano players. So that was part of my life. My brother, who later became a squadron leader in the Ghana Air Force, it was like Victor Bannerman. He just chased musicians, boxers, everything. And he was the one who brought soul or blues music to our house, like Chuck Berry and stuff like. He would bring Chuck Berry, or sometimes you say, "Hey, Alfred, listen to juju music from Nigeria." So he was like kind of my mentor, even though he was a very good pilot.
Right.
But he was really into music. He was the one who pushed us into that. All my brothers played piano.
Right.
I had 7 brothers.
7 brothers. Wow.
All played piano.
And you were number
1, 2, 3, 4. I was 5.
You were number 5.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Stuck
So there was
in the middle
music
somewhere.
in the house.
So initially, you started playing the piano as a child.
As a child.
How old were you when you started playing?
I would have been about maybe 6 or 7. My father taught all of us.
Right.
He was a teacher, so he taught everybody to play.
Right.
But I stopped playing piano when I moved to the Black Keys, and I thought it was starting to get complicated.
How complicated was that?
Just some kind of laziness,
right.
I think.
And did you follow through with music till secondary school?
Secondary school, I did up to grade 3 music only. Then I went to Fanspim.
Right.
So there's a point at Fanspim, I can't remember what point, but if you did very well in a particular test, then they divided the classes into the arts and the sciences.
Yeah.
And so for some reason they put me in the sciences, and so that was the end of my music study.
Right.
And apart from playing music, on Saturdays there was a piano in the piano room. We go and jam like blues and rock and so on. So, but my music studies, formal music studies with the Royal College of Music thing that we all studied. That stopped at grade 3.
And that was it.
That was it. Anything I've learned since then, I had played with the idea of going to music school.
Right.
But then also started raising a family. I had to keep playing to earn a living and study. Sometimes I would even go to a music shop in London and see somebody play something interesting. I ask you, "Oh, how do you do that?" So my learning has been from every possible source. I would listen to Konimo and hear something and try and figure it out, or other very legendary Ghanaian guitarists.
Right.
I kind of soaked up anything I could get.
In your soaking up of all this music, at what point did you start playing the guitar?
It might have been my brother's, probably, I can't remember the exact date, but maybe about when it was about 11 or 12, my father bought him a guitar. And I remember the guitar was in the cupboard. He didn't know it was there. But all night I could hear the wind play the instrument. And from that time on, I was hooked.
Did you teach yourself to play the guitar?
My brother Victor taught me initially.
Okay.
But when we were at Fanspin, there was one box guitar that was passed around between boys who could play a bit of guitar.
Right.
So we learned a bit of playing, guitar playing in the Fanspin.
Right.
What also spurred my playing of music was that at the time, Kwame Nkrumah's, one of Kwame Nkrumah's ministers, it was a minister plenipotentiary, De Annan, who was an old boy of Fanspim, donated equipment to the school.
Right.
So then we started a school band.
What was the name of the band?
It was then called Beavers.
Beavers.
Okay. The name is still used for any.
Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of that Beavers band. I know I've seen it somewhere. I think Mr. Anis Haffa sent it to one of those platforms.
Okay. So that's my music study. My music learning has been from every possible source. I also played with the GBC band in 1971 or so.
Oh, wow.
That was also a teaching experience because there was a lot of older musicians who were very knowledgeable, who taught me things.
Right.
Beyond just playing one called James Brown, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Play a little bit for us so we can hear a little bit of something that hits your mind.
Okay. I just make something up.
Yeah, sure. So tell me something. By the time you were finishing in Fanspim Form 5 and 6th form, at that time, what did you really want to be? I mean, quite apart from the fact that you love music.
Yeah, it's interesting you ask that question. Part of the reason why I moved towards playing music was when all my friends were saying they want to be doctors and lawyers and so on. I could not see anything that I wanted to do among all the accountants. I couldn't see anything.
What did your parents want you to do at that time?
Interesting enough, my father was an educationist,
right.
And I think he learned a bit about educational psychology at the time. I mean, he'd been in France around 1932 and so on.
Right.
So those ideas of psychology and education were quite new, but somehow I seem to have picked up on that. So he just said to each of us, whatever you do, do it well.
Right.
One of my brothers said he want to be a jockey.
Okay.
He said, yeah, do it well. One says he wants to be a reverend. So in my case, I never really knew until I think what spurred me on was the idea when we had the school band and we'll be on stage, and I think it was very egotistic to start off. Be on stage, being, people being happy because you're doing something. That kind of made me want to study more and practice. As young people, teenagers, it meant that, the younger ladies,
the girls kind of looked at you differently.
But obviously you grow out of that and realize there's
more to that,
a deeper purpose that just satisfying your hormones.
Right. Oh my goodness. So tell me what happened after you finished 6th form.
I have to be careful what I say around the thing.
Don't worry. No, pretend it's just the two of us here and nobody's listening. So you can tell me anything. And I'm fine with anything, really. But tell me, so when you finished 6th form, what really happened? You're like, I'm going to do this music thing, or I'm going to just be me.
After 6th form, I gained entrance to Cape Coast University. That's another funny part of my life.
Oh gosh, tell us how funny that was.
I got there and I was supposed to do, I think, something chemistry, physics, and so I can't even remember what it was. And some people think I did my honestly, I didn't do my first degree. Some people think I'm a graduate, but I'm not. For the first semester, I didn't even know where the faculty was.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Because I kept playing music constantly. I tried to get into the studies,
but it wasn't you.
There was no try. It wasn't me.
So you started playing bands at that time?
Yeah, there was the first university, the FUE or something, and that was when I left and went home. And I remember my parents sitting down with me.
You had the longest talk, I guess.
And my father was very, very kind of humble. He was very quietly spoken, and my mom were by the dining table, and they were saying, Alfred, if you just do this, just have a degree as a backup, as most parents would say. And then part of the way they said, are you sure you haven't been smoking that thing? It didn't make sense to them. They couldn't understand. No. But by then I was just too hooked
onto your music.
To music. Part of the way we had heard of Osibisa. We had our own band starting, and we had heard of Osibisa, doing well, so we could see, there's a chance to be successful with music.
Right. Right. Play us something from Osibisa that you remember. It should take us into the break.
Let me think.
Anything that comes to you readily.
That's it. you've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back, da da da. You are always welcome home, welcome home. I can't remember the song. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay.
I'm sure that there's a lot to the story. I know. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure there's several others that we can play later on in the show. Yeah. Folks, if you're listening to us, I'm here with Alfred Carey Bannerman, finest guitarist you could ever come across. And we are in a live studio session today, so there'll be a lot of guitar to be played. And there's a lot more to that story that he started telling us. Of course, no, he didn't do weed. And he just played his music because he loved it. We're coming right back after the break, folks. So you stay right there. If you have any questions or comments, you can send it to us, 0244340437. You can also follow us on Facebook and also on Twitter, #Cosmopolitan Mix. Do stay with us.
The Cosmopolitan Mix.
Hello, good morning. May I have your attention for the following announcements? Are you interested in pursuing higher education abroad? Are you thinking of starting your studies in January or September 2019? You can begin this process by attending the Study World UK EAS Study Abroad Fair on Tuesday, October 9, 2018. UK EAS is an education consultancy which provides free and impartial counseling and application services for students wishing to study and live abroad. Attend our October 2018 Study World Study Abroad Fair and meet representatives from over 40 universities and colleges from USA, Canada, UK, and Australia. The venue is Kempinski Hotel here in Accra. The date is Tuesday, 9th October 2018, and the time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pre-register now for fast-track entry at ukeas.com.gh/registration. For more information, you can call 0243-245-355 or 050-897-6300. Come along with your academic credentials. Remember, entry is free. The Ghana Employers Association wishes to announce to the general public the 58th annual general meeting of the association, which comes off on Thursday, the 4th of October 2018 at Kempinski Hotel at 9 a.m. The guest speaker for this event is the Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Alan Martin, who will be speaking on the theme Democratic Governance and Sustainable Business Growth. For more information on this event, you can contact the Ghana Employers Association on 0302-678-449. You can also email them at gea@ghanaemployers.com. The National Executive Committee of the Ketabusco All Students Association cordially invites all O students to the first ever speech and prize giving day of the Keta Business College. The date is the 6th of October 2018 and the venue is the Keta Business College campus at Keta. The time is 9 a.m. Headline sponsors of the Student Awards are the 1998 and 2008 year groups. End of announcement.
The Cosmopolitan Mix.
You're welcome back to the Cosmopolitan Mix here on Joy 99.7 FM. We're in a live studio session with Alfred Carey Bannerman, one of Ghana's most renowned guitarists. We'll get to his story in a little bit. But of course, your messages are welcome on 0244-340-437. Remember that you can transact on the EcoBank Express account at no fees and enjoy 4% annual interest. Simply download the app from the Google Play or the App Store and watch your money grow. It's from EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Good news is Labadi Beach Hotel in partnership with Joy FM is bringing you Oktoberfest 2018. Come catch all the fun with the German food and the drinks live at the La Beach Hotel this October. It's this Friday, the 5th of October from 5 p.m. till midnight, and then on Saturday, the 6th of October from 2 p.m. till midnight. Performing live will be the amazing Schlutz and Flitzer band from Germany. There'll be lots of fun for the kids as well. So for inquiries and bookings, call us 0544-431213 or 0540-123691. It's Oktoberfest 2018. Come, let's celebrate. Also, the third edition of the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair will come up on Thursday, the 1st of November, through to Sunday, the 4th of November, at the Junction Mall, Nungwa Barrier, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. For further inquiries and for more information, give us a call 0540-123805 or 050-2148-535. Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair 2018. Don't forget, it's from the 1st to the 4th of November at the Junction Mall, Nungwa Barrier.
I'm Stevie Wonder, and this is the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy FM 99.7.
So thank you for staying with us. We still got Mr. Carrie Bannerman here in the studio with us. Let's hit the guitar. Let's play something in your mind. I realized you were playing earnestly, or else we were on a break.
My favorite song now.
Okay, play that.
Yazimi away. Oh, I forgot the lyrics now.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Yazimi semi. Wado sudodo. Sonye ekoma. No ye yerba. Sente sete nusa. Was Yugoslavia? A chance to sete nusa. Was it Rwanda? Wana no war friend. Kofia no war friend. Oze nyamsum ye nejumo. Onyami shirano. Kofio. Kofi anan ayaze. Kofio. Kofi anan ayaze. Anane Gane nyina yiwaye. Anane Ebibima nyina yiwaye.
All right, good way to go. But tell me something. Did you work on this song with some friends? Because I thought I heard something like that.
Yeah. I produced it about 2003.
Right.
When Kofi Annan was still with us.
Right.
And just off an album. And but sadly, then nobody really heard it that much until he passed. Yeah.
And then
if I gave him a copy of the album too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, at a party in London, and he just received it. Because he was also at Fastfilm. So we had a little chat, and that was it.
But Fastfilm boys doing your thing, right?
Yeah, for some reason he never got back to me. I don't know whether he liked it or not, but the family, in fact, since his demise, have actually asked me. They did a playlist and they asked for the tune.
Right,
so
nice. And you were speaking about Rwanda and that track. I quite remember reading about you back in the day. You did some work with Oxfam Film.
That's right,
and you recorded for on the Rwandan genocide movie for Triangle.
That's right, yeah.
How was that for you? Because I mean, how did all of that happen?
Actually, it was simple. I did the song, and then someone who worked there heard it and thought, oh, we can use this tune. I said, yeah, go ahead and use it.
Right.
But Triangle, that you mentioned Triangle. Triangle actually was just music for an animation.
Right.
That eventually won, Triangle I think won an Oscar.
Yeah.
More for the animation, but I did the melody of
you did the melody
of the backing.
The backing.
The soundtrack.
How does that sound like? Can you play it on the guitar? Do you remember it?
I can't even remember it. It was just I've done so many tunes.
I know. I just also wanted to find out.
You should have warned me before I came.
That's okay. But you know, one thing I'm always intrigued about when I come across musicians.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you put out all these beats
that.
and all of that together? Because it amazes me. But I'm like, you get to the guitar and you start playing. How do you work that out?
I know it's. Okay, the playing obviously is practice,
right?
You know, and neuroscience, if you like. You know, you practice, which goes for everything. You practice slowly, you speed it up a bit, and gradually you get traction, and the mind just like you're driving a car, you start your problem. So that's practice. But most of the writing, they are standard forms for any type of genre. You know that you have to learn. You know that. which makes it easy because when you hear, you can easily recognize a song as a certain type.
Right.
You know, where, for example, I mean, with African music, they tend to call it cyclical because it's like Japanese. I go. Manse Wumo, Manse Wumo. And you can hear about 1,000 songs based on the same progression. Yeah. Oh, you good.
It's right there.
Yeah, exactly. So you know this form. So when you immediately hear a song like that, you know that form. And if you're writing, you can take one of the forms.
Right.
Or if it's blues, let me think. You know, just the blues. And then you hear it from different.
And then you take it from there.
Yeah,
and you run
can
with
use
it.
that as you know.
Right.
Or if you were doing something with the Gambians or Senegalese, then let me see. I mean, so they could sing a song around
Right.
that.
I can get that. I can hear that.
Yeah.
Of all that you probably played for us and many more that's out there,
yeah.
what's your favorite kind of music to play and to work on?
Very interesting. I'm very eclectic. And I tend to move around different styles very quickly.
Right. So you seem to create your own?
Yeah, I'm more like I like creating stuff.
Right.
You know, like let me think. Odorikoya dabe no beba. Onyarikoya dabe no beba. Abrochoriko inti muntumunzizi. America oriko inti muntumunda okwana oritui wa ma dwendwena to me baby oriko obiara nyi mo china sem oya kamio na manimio oya chomio na fremio yes amafonyi wonkwai aye ankuna mo bro onyami no nyinam. You know, I'm used to the kind of Kodimo kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I guess you listen to a lot of that growing up too as well.
Yeah, so I can use it to express something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got it all together, man.
Yeah.
I'm totally excited
song,
about all of this.
for example, starts with like a scat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, something, you know.
Yeah,
so,
you play around it. Let's go back to where we left off several minutes ago. We were talking about you leaving school and your parents, you know, not sure about whether they really understood what you were headed to.
Yeah.
And at that time you had finished playing with the Beavers in Infantsville School. Were you still playing with a band, or were you gradually trying to associate yourself with another band?
I was playing with I was gradually starting Bumbaya.
Right.
So as students during the breaks, holiday breaks, most students, conscientious students, will be studying the curriculum, you know, for exams. But I was playing music with the band. Sometimes what we would do, for example, if the Black Beats were playing, we'll be there and we would wait during their break and beg them to play in the break with the instruments. We didn't have any instruments.
To practice, right?
Yeah, we were doing that kind of thing. So, okay, for example, when I left sixth form, I went to Agri for sixth form.
Right.
A friend told KJC that because could you see his keyboard player was Ernest Honey had left, that I could play a bit of keyboards. So before I knew, I was with the guitar band KJC, living with him in Kumasi.
Nice.
So I learned quite a bit from him.
Right.
I was on the road with the guitar band, and that's tough because I didn't realize at that time that guitar band, what happened, and it's not a nice thing to say, but it's the truth though, is that after the gig, there was no, I just come from, as they say, dada by.
Yeah, because you were living with your parents.
Yeah.
Comfortable
after
college.
the gig, there was no accommodation booked.
Oh gosh.
What you expected to do was pick up a friend or a girl or something, and they, stay with them for the night.
Right.
And I didn't know anything like that. After the gig, I stayed at an old school, and I remember sleeping on the table.
Oh gosh.
And mosquitoes chopping me all night.
That's why you got sick all the time.
So it may be that sometimes they had accommodation booked,
but you didn't know.
That particular one I did, there was none, and it was a tough. So when we got to Winneba, we got back to Accra. We were on the road from Kumasi. I said I'm going to town. I never came back again.
You just went back to your home.
Yeah. So it's like, in a way, that was some kind of training on the job. Play with Thomas Frimpong was a drummer. He's passed away now. Most of them have passed now, but they were all good teachers in that sense.
Tell me about some of your experiences with all these people. I'm sure you gained a lot of experience working with all these different bands, individuals. Yeah.
There's an American jazz musician that I worked with. We did the Montreux Jazz Festival together. I worked with him briefly. And I remember he also played on my first album, Ghana John Jazz. He plays on the Rwanda tune.
Right.
And what really came to my notice in studio for somebody, actually he was quite legendary, was that he devoted when he was playing the saxophone, it was as if it was the last thing that he would do on earth before he passed away. That really, the dedication and the power he put into it, that was a very, very important experience for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it stayed with you, and probably that's why you still remember it so vividly.
Yeah. That I thought, wow. It was like, this job, music, it's like, in the old days, they used to call musicians band boys.
Boys,
guys of the night, just. But in America, they took it very seriously, and he showed how serious music was.
Yeah. What about playing with some of these Ghanaian bands? Of course, Black Beats, KJC, Osibisa.
Yeah. I played also with E.T. Mensah during the end of his life. And by that time he was kind of wheelchair bound. He didn't say much.
Right.
But the idea of being with such an important legend was very, 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 very. It stayed with me for a long. It still stays. It's with me still now.
Right.
Osibisa too was an experience. When I joined Osibisa, I used to think, I love the brass ideas and the whole band. I asked Mactonto. Mactonto was like the recruiting officer in the band. If they needed someone.
Recruiting officer.
Yeah, and he got Kiki Jan in, for example.
I loved Kiki Jan too.
Yeah. And Mark, I asked him, "Oh, your brass lines, are they written out?" And he looked at me like, "Well, where are you coming from?" Because what Osibisa did, which was very interesting, it was like beyond music, if you like. And a lot of very good bands do that too. They would go into the studio when I joined them. Sometimes there will be no music. It was just a capturing of the feeling of friends in the studio that became the music. So somebody, the vibe of everybody together.
Right.
And then somebody starts playing something, another adds something. And then somebody brings the lyrics later. Usually Sola Mafio. Very good at lyrics.
Yeah, he was saying that the last time he was here. Like, he starts the drum and then, everybody joins in.
That was really had an effect on my, because in back home, while studying music, the idea was like, maybe one person sits down to write everything and arranges it for everybody else to play. But this was like everybody adding their own ideas.
Right.
So that had effect on
that
me.
also influenced your music in a way. So tell me a little bit about, a few years of playing with Boom Baya around here, and then you had to leave and go to the UK. What happened? Was it because you were just tired of the band, or you just wanted greener pastures?
We left here. We arrived in London, Mumbai. While we've been very popular here before we left for London in June 1974.
Right.
And I think we played for about 2 years, touring everywhere. Sometimes we meet Osibisa on the same, at the same kind of circuit. We're on the same circuit, and they encouraged us, and so on and so forth. I mean, we kept playing. We never had an album out. There were plans to have an album. But also, along the line, some members, had children.
They had families. All of that, yeah.
And sometimes it takes more than 2 years. And then, things became very, very difficult. And so people started, saying, no, this is too much for me.
Right.
Yeah, and then so on and so forth.
So that was about the time that you moved on.
Yeah, I moved on.
Did you go just solo at that point, or you joined another band?
What I do, as soon as Bumbaya had broken down, Mark Tonto was in touch with me. I mean, earlier on, we had actually supported Osibisa on their Ghanaian tour. Bumbaya was one act, and I remember even then, even though I was the leader of Bumbaya, Mark Tonto had come to see me. That because the guitarist didn't come, the amazing Wendell Richardson didn't come that time. That he needed a guitar, even though I was my band, he wanted me to join them.
The band.
Yeah. So I've lost the trade-off, but I thought
that's okay.
Yeah.
So you had it. So when Bumbaya, dissolved sort of.
Yeah.
You
I
drifted
went to
into Osibisa.
into Osibisa. Before then, I'd been doing sessions. I did one important one with a guy called Bunny Mac.
Bunny Mac. From Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Yeah. With the hit, we played on the hit.
Let me love.
That's
you
right. I'm the guitarist on that one too.
Oh, you're kidding!
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna look for it to play it.
I never stopped telling everybody I was a guitarist.
No, that's a cool track. I've always loved that. I'll play it in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We worked with Akidin was his producer.
Nice.
And so on. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. You know what? Let's go to our news at 11, and then we'll come right back with some more. We're in a live studio session with Alfred Carey Bannerman. The story gets even more exciting, but we're coming right back after the news at 11. Do stay with us.
11 o'clock.
And here's your headline news. Coming up, scores of customers of First Allied Savings and Loans in Kumasi embark on demonstration to protest failure by the company to pay their deposits. Education directors at Asante Achim say the power rationing at Agogo State College will not stop as the school is shut down following rioting by students. And U.S. First Lady Melania Trump arrives in Ghana for 2-day working visit. Details now. Scores of customers of First Allied Savings and Loans in Kumasi are embarking on a demonstration to protest the facility's failure to pay their deposits. The customers claim the Savings and Loans Company has failed to pay them for the last 4 months despite persistent appeals. Akwesi Champon speaks for the angry customers.
It's over 4 months ago. We've been going for our money at the bank. Anytime you get there, they tell you there is no money. You have to wait for the end of the month. We've been waiting for several months, which is about 4 to 5 months now. And still we are not getting even a penny from the bank. All the customers too, they have their money there. Some of them have to pay their school fees. Some of them even money to eat. They don't have it. Some of them have to do their businesses and so on. And they are all going down. Now we decided we won't give any chance again. So we'll definitely come here and plan and do the demonstration so that Nana Akufo-Addo, President, His Excellency, can listen to us and hear us and see whatever we are doing over here. So he should come to our aid.
Still in the Ashanti region, education directors at Asante Achim say the power rationing at Agogo State College will not stop as the school is shut down following rioting by students. The students, frustrated from erratic electricity and water supply, went on rampage, damaging the school bus, computers and other office accessories. The school has since been closed down. District Chief Executive of the Ashanti Achim Assembly, Francis Otibuateng, described as unacceptable the students' adoption of violence instead of the laid-down grievance procedures in registering their protests.
Students should be law-abiding.
and we have grievance procedures. So if you are aggrieved, there's a way you should pass your grievances through the authorities. And if you get to the district chief executive, we also have a way of solving all these problems. Those who are also arrested in police custody, you just give them some time to sign a bond of good behavior. They will also invite their parents also for interrogation. Everywhere when you cause damage, you have to pay for it, and they are definitely going to pay for it. Because now you are enjoying free SHS. Everything is free, and the limited resources that are available, you cannot just cause damage to them, go scot-free.
Meanwhile, District Director of Education at Asante Achim, Ernest Kwejuafari, says the power rationing on the campus will not stop until the school can pay for electricity consumed.
The school did not have any choice when the electricity company moved in to demand that they replace their prepaid postpaid meter with a prepaid meter. And so this is a prepaid meter. And so every week the school had to buy a quantity of 2,000 cedis worth of a credit. And so they have to resort to judicious use of electrical energy. And so they didn't introduce anything new. Normally, after prep hours, 10 p.m., lights are switched off. And then at 4 a.m., these lights are restored for normal early morning school activities to continue. It's an old practice. It's not a new thing. The school authority brought on board. Nobody knows why at this time these students protested vehemently against that practice.
You heard the District Director of Education at Asante Achim, Ernest Kwejuafari. Former President John Mahama is taking his campaign to lead the NDC in the 2020 elections to the Northern Region today. Here's the campaign spokesperson, James Ajanim Boateng, with details of this tour.
Today he is beginning the tour of the Northern Region. He is expected to visit all constituencies and primarily to interact with delegates ahead of the flag bearership race of the National Democratic Congress.
U.S. First Lady Melania Trump is expected to partner First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo on child health care as part of a 2-day working visit to Ghana. Her trip comes 5 months after she launched her Be Best campaign, which demands she travels to meet with children all over the world in a bid to promote successful organizations and programs that share her goal and work closely with the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. We'll bring you more updates of her visit later on at midday. That's your headline news at 11. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. My name is Mama Vio Swabwaji.
Labadi Beach Hotel in partnership with Joy FM brings you Oktoberfest 2018. Catch all the fun with German food and drinks live at the Labadi Beach Hotel this October. It's Friday, 5th October from 5 p.m. till midnight and Saturday, 6th October from 2 p.m. till midnight. Performing live is the amazing Schlutzen Flitzer Band from Germany. There will be lots of fun for the kids too. For inquiries and bookings, please call 0544 431213 or 0540-123691. It's Oktoberfest 2018. Come, let's celebrate!
Kleinhäuschen, Kleinhäuschen, wir versaufen uns am Oma, ihr Kleinhäuschen.
The 16th International Building Construction and Property Exhibition 2018 is here again. Ghana's most comprehensive exhibition featuring every aspect of building, construction, architectural and interior design industry. A one-stop shop for all local and international players to showcase their latest products, services, trends and technology. This event is from the 4th to the 6th of October 2018 at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel Accra from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. There will be a forum on the 5th of October at the Movenpick Hotel themed Smart Secured Construction. This event is organized by Image Consortium Group Limited under the auspices of the Ministry of Works and Housing in collaboration with all building professionals. Proudly sponsored by Duraplast, Fox Cooling, YNW Industries Limited, X Natural Mineral Water, Leader Price and Advantage Austria. Media partners Joy FM, Gold Street Journal, DDP, Kwesi TV and City Construction and Property Magazine. Admission for participation is free for all visitors. Call us on 0246 655 392.
This was Kwame's life before Interplast In Green Irrigation System.
Kwame,
Sorry, what from?
In the dry season, Kwame would use buckets to water his 5-acre farm. By evening, he's so tired. So his wife said,
Oh, Kwame. Emre Danny B, haven't you heard of in-green drip irrigation pipe?
In-green drip irrigation pipe?
Yes, Akosiap told me they use it. See how green their fields are, even in the dry season. You just set it and then it waters the whole place. No waste, save time and money. And we can farm all year round.
Hey, Ajua, what can I say more?
Into dry buckets, no, not in-green drip pipes. Nanya time, mommy.
Good farmers harvest all year with InGreen. Call us now on 0302-819-000. Another quality solution from Interplast.
Airtel Tigo is undergoing a nationwide network upgrade so that we can provide you with wider coverage, faster internet, and super clear calls. This network upgrade is going to be a smooth one. However, in situations where you have a network challenge, such as no service or emergency, kindly visit any Airtel Tigo shop or SIM upgrade center nationwide to upgrade your SIM for free. You can also call Airtel Tigo on 100 or 0277 551 000 or 0260 000 100. For more information, as we fully round up on our network upgrade. This upgrade will not affect your Airtel Tigo Money account, airtime, or phone contacts. It's what we've all been waiting for, as we give you a bigger, better, stronger network that gives you the most. Airtel Tigo.
Memories. They fade away as fleetingly as they are made. But to hold on to precious moments, you need a smartphone you can rely on.
Get the new Nokia 1, 2.1 and 3.1 smartphones with the latest Android, durable design, and unlimited photo storage with Google Photos to save those unforgettable moments.
Hey, is that Ifya? Were you not the same person shivering so much this morning from a fever? Which hospital did you go to?
Oh, Kweku, I just went to the hospital on my phone. It's called Safe Doctor.
And which hospital too is that?
Safe Doctor is an all-new telemedicine app which allows me to access world-class Medicare right from my mobile phone. The app lets me have real-time video consultation with very qualified doctors of my choice wherever I am.
Oh, wow. But what about when you need to run labs and take a prescription?
Safe Doctor has partnered hospitals, labs, and pharmacies. I just received the request for the lab or prescription from Safe Doctor, and I simply go to the lab or pharmacy for them. I even have access to first aid, other health information, and an elite medical chat room.
Wow, I must get this app.
Download the Safe Doctor app from the Google Play Store.
Safe Doctor, the future of better medical care.
Batimat has worked for over 30 years, making sure your safety is guaranteed by choosing the best suppliers. We only stock quality and original electrical products from our official importers, Ingilec and Legrand. So for your cables, light bulbs, breakers, and all electrical products, rely on us, and we will never let you down. Batimat, everything for construction, from foundation to finishing.
were wondering why we played a Bunny Mac, it's only because Alfred Carey Bannerman worked on this song. He was the guitarist on this song at the time that it was recorded years ago. But it's good to hear it all over again. Very, very pleasant to the ears after all these years. Tell me how you met Bunny Mac.
There was a producer from Sierra Leone, Akidin. Akidin, yes, Akidin was when Bumba left Ghana to go to Europe, the first gig we did in London was promoted by Akidin.
Right.
And Akidin put us together with a band called the Super Combo from Sierra Leone. And we both arrived on the same day in London and stayed at the same house and played the same gig. But this was Akidin. And Akidin then called me to the studio. He was a producer.
Right.
Called me to say there's an album going on. He wants me to play on it.
Right.
So that's how
you got the gig. Right. Nice.
Yeah.
We've always loved the song, and it's always evergreen. You play it and everybody starts to dance all over again. Good job with the song. We still love it though.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's 16 past 11. You're welcome back. It's the second part of the Cosmopolitan Mix when the live studio session with Alfred Carey Bannerman, most renowned guitarist from this side of the planet. He's playing lots of interesting stuff from the guitar. We're trying to fuse it with his life story and how he got here. And we just played you Bunny Mac, Let Me Love You from way back in the day. He played on this particular track as guitarist. Tell me about some of the amazing people that you have been blessed to play with in your music career.
Of course, Bunny Mac here, and Osibisa. I'm trying to remember who else.
E.T. Mensah.
E.T. Mensah.
Hugh Masekela.
Hugh Masekela. That's right. I'm trying to remember the rest. Damn.
Tall list, huh? Okay. Okay, I'll give you a pen and a paper, and then you just
try to write them down.
as we go on in the conversation, I'm sure that you'll be able to, give us some of those big names that you've worked with. So tell me, life after Bumbaya and life after working with Osibisa. How long did you work with Osibisa?
Off and on, I think about easily 35 years.
35 years?
A whole lifetime.
Oh, wow, yes, that's a whole lifetime.
Yeah, but in between, I had gone off to do things like there was a band, we went to Toronto in our 1989. It was a band called Native Spirit. We were trying to see if we could do something with that band. And it started very well. But with some of these music enterprises, eventually we could see it wouldn't work out.
Right.
Yeah, the record company was good, but I found that they were stretched. When we'd travel from Toronto, go to a place like Saskatoon, which was in Saskatchewan area. This is like many hours, between the two cities, and we'll find that the record company hadn't. There were fans, but there were not enough recordings to sell.
Right.
They were just stretched. They hadn't planned for that. So gradually, the whole enterprise collapsed. I had to come back and then rejoin Osibisa again. Doing my sessions in London.
Right. Right.
But away from Osibisa, I had been doing a lot of sessions, especially on the Ghanaian scenes. Ghanaian musicians will come abroad, like Tego Sisters. For example, they'll come abroad. The Kojuentry I did stuff with.
You played for them a couple of times?
Yeah,
you played major gigs.
Yeah, and more in the studio.
More studio work.
Studio work. A lot of it was studio work. Kojuentry I did an album with, and I did some gigs as well when it come to London.
Right.
I think A.B. Krenzel too I did the one gig with. So in between playing with Osibisa, I was doing a lot of these sessions.
And gigs and all that. Did you record your own albums?
I did 2 albums. I did my Ghana Gone Jazz, the first album.
Right.
I did one called Elmina.
I'm from Elmina, so you probably want to play me something from Elmina.
What songs did I play on Elmina again? I'll try to remember them.
Okay. I would actually go on a break now to help you remember what you played on the Elmina track, because this Elmina girl has to hear something from her hometown.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll go into our show business news by kind courtesy of Nokia, and then we will come back with something from Alfred Carey Bannerman's Elmina album. We're still in our live studio session. Keep your questions coming in. Your bassist, Mr. T, would like for you to celebrate him, Mr. Carrie Bannerman. So, good morning to our bassist.
George Besabosu.
Okay,
George Besabosu.
Okay. All right. Now you got your shout, right? So we'll come back with some more, folks. Keep questions and comments coming in on 0244340437. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, #Cosmopolitan Mix. Right, folks, let's quickly go into our show business news today. It's proudly brought to you by Nokia Android smartphones. Get a Nokia smartphone today and experience pure, secure, and most up-to-date Android always on your Nokia. All right, here we go. Radio panelist at Happy 98.9 has thrown shots at High Life artist Bisakede over comments that he made on Twitter concerning his relevancy as a High Life artist and how his career is dipping and appears to be struggling to get even a single hit song for a while now, infuriating the singer to unleash his anger on Twitter. Now, according to the Mansa hitmaker, when he chooses to be outspoken, the media calls him arrogant, and when he chooses to be quiet, they call him timid. He added that even his words during an interview are always twisted, and they don't appreciate his effort. In an angry tweet, Bisakede wrote, "When you talk your mind, they say you are arrogant. Be cool. They say you are timid. You do interview. You'll have a twisted story to tarnish your image just because some people want traffic." Now, definitely, that is the way of the world. You do, you damn. You don't, you're damn too. So, it brings you right there. It's crazy but true. Well, Ghanaian music trio Praye, who announced their comeback after a sterling performance at the 2018 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, are preparing to release their new music projects. In an exclusive interview, Choir Master, a member of the group, said that they will be releasing 2 singles of their upcoming 10-track album in a few weeks. The group is ready. So far, we've recorded about songs. But in the meantime, we're dropping 2. They've recorded about 10 songs. It took us a long time, but we've been preparing to give our fans some good music. In a week or 2, our fans are going to have a feel of the Christmas banger. On the 14th of April 2018, the Hip Life Trio performed together for the first time since they broke up in 2014. The group was made up of Choir Master Kente. Big J Cartel mounted the stage of the 2018 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards to thrill music fans with their old hit songs. News has it that the former manager of Becca, Kiki Banson of EKB Records, is behind the comeback of the Praye group. Well, we wish them the best, and we can't wait to hear their 2 new tracks. Ghana's youngest DJ, DJ Switch, says one of the greatest moments in her life was meeting the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. Videos and photos of DJ Switch having fun with Emmanuel Macron in New York last Wednesday circulated on social media. The 11-year-old DJ was in New York for the Goalkeepers 2018 ceremony. DJ Switch, who won the Talented Kids Season 8 competition, was listed as one of the many speakers for the Goalkeepers 2018. In an interview on Hits FM's Cruise Control with host Mekri Kwe, DJ Switch, who wants to be a gynecologist later in life, said that she'll forever hold on to the memory of meeting the first man of France. I was actually done with my performance, so I was going to rest, and I met him. He asked me to join him on stage. He was amazed I was only 10 years. It was one of the most beautiful moments in my life. I was excited. I didn't feel nervous. When I came to the floor to have my lunch, one of the crew members said Naomi Campbell wanted to have a photo session with me. I took photos with Melinda Gates as well. Well, good job, Miss DJ Switch. We're all very proud of you. So, President of the Creative Arts Council, Marco Krekumante, has lauded organizers of music reality shows in the country. Now, according to him, shows such as MTN Hitmaker, Mentor, Stars of the Future, amongst others, and other relevant ones, have helped a lot of underground musicians to polish their crafts. He made this assertion on Daybreak Hits on Hits FM on Monday when he was explaining why some musicians fail to meet the standard during live performances. Mark stressed that the show natures and boosts the confidence of the contestants to become wary of necessary elements needed to make live band music professional. Reality shows have done well. Stars of the Future, Mentor, Bands Alive, Born Stars, a number of people who have come out of these reality shows are amazing. All of these people, when they go on stage, have their confidence. Musicians such as Kwame Eugene, Kidi, Adina, Kelsongs, Kelvin Boy were all part of the tall list of acts who rose to fame through music reality shows. And Mark eulogized the organizers, urging them to support young talents who have no one to turn to for help. And the information minister designator said the 2-day visit of the American First Lady Melania Trump will boost the country's tourism drive. Kojo Nkrumah said the visit from the 2nd to the 3rd of October will also help strengthen Ghana's relationship with the United States. We expect that the visit will also aid us in the various efforts that we are making to promote a number of tourism sites in the country. All in all, her visit is to aid us in boosting tourism as well as to strengthen Ghana-US ties. Ghana is the first African country Donald Trump's wife would visit before continuing to Malawi, Kenya, and Egypt on her first visit to the continent. She's expected to touch down at the Kotoka International Airport today, Tuesday, where she will meet Ghana's First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, and other dignitaries. This is Mrs. Trump's first big solo international trip, aiming to make child well-being the focus of a 5-day, 4-country tour that will take her to every corner of Africa. If it's your birthday today, guess who you share your birthday with? You share your birthday with Sting. Amazing guitarist he is too. He's 67 today. Tanzanian pop singer Diamond Platnumz is 29 today. You also share your birthday with civil rights leader Mahatma Gandhi, who was born on this day in 1869. So you have several claims to fame. Go on and have a happy birthday. Nokia Android smartphones just brought us our show business news. We're going back to our conversation with Sir Alfred Carey Bannerman in our live studio session this morning, right here on the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy 99.7 FM.
The Cosmopolitan Mix.
Some strains of Elmina.
Yeah.
Another song on the Elmina album was it's a simple groove.
Yeah, let's play that.
Just Des Swazi.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Got the.
Something like that.
I remember something like that.
All the instruments
yeah,
to work.
I remember. I know. I played several different tracks from that album, and I can't remember. But the minute you played it, it just kept coming back to my mind. Yeah, sure. That was from Elmina. Definitely, this Elmina Get Her to Hell something from her side of town. So thank you. You made us popular this morning. Any Elminites listening, reach out to us. Okay, we've got some messages here. This is Doreen. Please ask Senior Alfred Bannerman how I can get in touch with him. Okay, he leaves his number here, so maybe you probably have to give him a shout after the show. He's so awesome on the strings. Okay, Doreen, I'm enjoying the show. Please ask your guest for me that does he have any plans of organizing an institution to train some young ones to become great guitarists? Actually, it's one of the questions on my mind. Yeah, tell us about, have you done anything, any inroads at all, or you're now thinking about it?
I have been thinking about, in fact, I've been sitting on it for too long.
Yeah, you should visit us more often. And then you could probably
basically about the school thing. My mother, my dear late mother, when she's passed away now, and she kept saying, when are you going to put up, because she has a house in Cape Coast that she thinks should be turned to a music school.
Okay.
And I've been sitting on the idea for too long. It really has to come. It's got to come into reality.
Right.
Anytime from now.
Right.
That's what. It's a natural course of life. I'm getting older now.
So you had to pass it on.
Right.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, and I've accumulated quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's a couple of musicians, guitarists who see me when I come here, and I teach them a little that I know. But the school will be a better, more effective way of teaching. And imparting knowledge. I know, as I said, I didn't know where my faculty was when I went to Cape Coast University. It's just a thing of the youth, but I like to implore any person who's wants to be a musician or a scientist or to take it very seriously.
Right.
That was just an aberration in my life.
But of course, we all probably go through those phases.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to making a school.
Yeah, I think it would be a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I think sometimes I've looked at it from a very grandiose point of view.
Yeah.
And yet I can see there are a few friends who actually started schools in a small way.
Yeah. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, just small. You probably start with 2 students, and then before long, it becomes 3, and then 5, and then 20.
Exactly.
So, it would grow with time because then everybody realizes, there's great potential here. Let me go and tap a little bit into that.
And I'm sure there's such potential.
Oh, there's so much. There's so much. There's so much out there. There's so many of these young people who are totally underground. They're teaching themselves. I remember, I think I spoke to Kwame Eugene, one of the young artists, and he said, look, I taught myself how to play some of these things. Or somebody also came to the studio and said, I went online to learn, So I am sure that given the opportunity,
I like what Paulino Drew is doing with the talented children.
Yeah, talented kids.
That's right. Yeah,
talented
and all
kids.
that. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Maybe we could find some children for you from there as well.
The interesting thing is that even on the professional scene, when Ghanaian musicians go abroad and when you see them play, when they've studied as much as they can, they always shine. I was like the MD, the music director of a big show in Europe for a while, and very quickly, before I knew, most of the musicians were Ghanaian.
Look at that.
I kept bringing them in.
Wow.
When another person, most of them were French from the Francophone countries.
Yeah.
But I found out that when I brought Ghanaian musicians in, they were very versatile. And people appreciate them. Someone like Kwame Yeboah, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, he's just shining
out
light,
of this world.
He's
a total
our culture.
talent.
I think it's just the culture of the place. It's cultural music, drumming, and so.
Apart
so
from
the school must come on.
It has to. I was actually based on the same, still on the same school tangent. I just wanted to find out. Apart from your late brother, did any other of your siblings also follow in the line of music with you?
Not professionally.
Okay.
My eldest brother is a very good piano player, but he's much older than me now. But when he was in England, he used to play piano solo.
Right.
And nobody else has followed.
No.
Yeah.
Just the two. Oh, that's interesting. But tell us a little bit also about your family. Apart from music, I'm sure you have a life.
My eldest son does a bit. My eldest son, Kobe. Kobe does a bit of rapping and so on.
Right.
But he did take up the guitar. I've got 2 daughters. Ajua and Carmen. And Carmen plays good piano, sometimes plays with a boyfriend, the band. Ajua works like an accountant and so, but she's into acting.
Right.
There was a film, I don't think it's been released in Ghana or Africa yet, but she plays Fathian Nkrumah.
Oh, nice.
You know, a little role there.
Yeah, so at least they've got the arts in them.
Yes. And my son, Kwame, is like a computer games designer, and he's serious into dance.
Wow.
But when they pick up the guitar, they just kind of play around. They don't very much do it seriously.
They're just having fun with it.
The girls are a bit more serious. Ajwa is very serious with playing acoustic, but not professionally.
But not professionally. Oh, wow. Interesting. But at least they've got it in there. They've got it.
Arts.
They've got it in there.
Their mother's father was Mr. Ochri, who used to be a DJ with BBC a long time ago. What do you call it? Oh, there was a Uncle Frank show. There was a show. So if you like this music and arts in the family,
right?
Their uncle also is actually acting Michael Jackson in Germany.
You're kidding.
So there's arts all around.
The arts all over. Yeah, I'm sure that, it must definitely be a very bubbly situation when you have them all around. Maybe you must think about a family band one of these days. But what are you passionate about as a person? What are you passionate about?
I was always very much into sports. I was very much into table tennis when I was in Vaspim.
Right.
I used to play, if you remember, the Chicatas were into it a lot, free Chicatas. So. And then I threw I was into sport, javelin, played every sport.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of intellectual, this thing, I do I do like philosophy. Even though I'm not a philosopher.
No, but you
I
like
come
to
up
go
with my
there
own ideas. And occasionally on something like Facebook, I meet up with those who've studied the whole thing. And then they bring me down to the ground.
They floor you.
Yeah, but soon I'm back there again.
There you go.
I'm into that. I should go and study.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I'm sure you read about it and you're probably writing about it every now and then. Apart from your music.
Yeah, but I'm into thought and ideas.
So if you woke up on a regular day in London, how does your day roll?
My day, I probably, if I'm not working, I'll be probably going on Facebook and converse with people.
Right.
But I'm constantly studying music. I might go onto Facebook, YouTube, and find out what other people are doing. To see where how my art. Music is like an endless. It's an endless concept. There's so much that you can learn from music. And
right.
That's what takes me.
Yeah. How many times in a day do you reach out for your guitar to play it?
Easily about 3 times. When I was younger, I used to practice long hours, maybe 4 hours at a stretch. But now it's a few less hours. But in London, when I wake up, the basic things that I do, I go for my long walk. There's a park that I go to have a long walk, just to man is over 60 now.
Yeah, so you gotta
get
to have your lungs breathing well.
Breathing, and then there's I think there's a study that says that to stay healthy, you got to have about 10,000 steps a day. So I do as much as possible to try and do that as much as possible, and that actually I think adds oxygen to my body. And then I come back and I usually do a meditation. Sit for about 30 minutes. I almost said 30 seconds. 30 minutes, and just to mindfully, settle myself, and hopefully see reality as it is.
That's right. Yeah.
So from that and then music.
Right.
Yeah, and then maybe a call will come for a session.
And then that means the day has definitely changed to something else. And you just go with the flow.
Yeah. In London, occasionally, apart from those CBSA and the band I work with now, the band is called Ibibio Sound Machine. Okay, on the weekend, some people call you like there's a function.
So
somebody's got a wedding, so you go and do your
gig.
You go and do it. I do all those things too.
Right.
Yeah, I've done teaching briefly in London, guitar teaching, but I haven't kept that going.
Yeah.
I might start doing it again.
More reasons why you should come back and help us out here.
It's better here.
Yes.
In many ways, better here.
Yes. We're on a quick break, folks. We're coming right back with some more in our live studio session with Alfred Carey Bannerman. I am just enjoying this interview immensely. and all the music that's coming from his guitar. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back. Do stay with us here on 99.7.
The Cosmopolitan Mix.
Hello, good morning. May I have your attention for a few announcements. This Friday, October 5, Elta Consult brings you the Vodafone Customer Experience Summit. Join us at the Best Western Premier Hotel, Accra at 9 a.m. as we share thoughts on technology, customer experience, and its impact on business growth and economic transformation. This program is sponsored by Vodafone Ghana, Alive Gas, Voltic Ghana, Jumia Travel, Glyco, and Jobberman Ghana. Remember, the date is October 5, 2018. You can register at cxsummitgroup.com or call 020-9136-913 or 0302-509-193. The Ghana Employers Association wishes to announce to the general public the 58th annual general meeting of the association, which comes off on Thursday, the 4th of October 2018 at the Kempinski Hotel here in Accra at 9 a.m. The guest speaker for this event is the Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Alan Tramartin, who will be speaking on the theme Democratic Governance and Sustainable Business Growth. For more information on this event, you can contact the Ghana Employers Association on 0302-678-449. You can also email them at gea@ghanaemployers.com. End of announcement.
The Cosmopolitan Mix.
"36 years ago, 3 Superior Court judges were killed. Their charred remains discovered under mysterious circumstances, throwing a nation into chaos.
It still burns today that I can't feel that they were selected to be murdered, and that the Northerners felt it was Aruna boys who did it and wanted to implicate Northerners.
But after 4 different probes and investigations, there still remains the big question: who killed the judges?
They said they were carrying out instructions.
They were loyal to the system, and they knew that they were doing a national exercise.
In a Joy News special assignment on crimes that shook the nation, we look back on the 36-year-long contention over who killed the judges, airing 8:30 p.m. Tuesday, 2nd October on the Joy News channel, Joy FM, Love FM, Adom FM, and 9:30 p.m. on Adom TV. Who killed the judges?
This Wednesday, on the Joy Business Van, the indigenous company Omega Compusystem Engineering, providing a comprehensive range of IT hardware and software solutions, as well as office furniture.
I think we've tried to grow the business not in a rush. We measure our growth and we work with that. And that's what we're doing.
Don't miss this week's episode of the Joy Business Van with the General Manager of Omega Compusystem Engineering, Charles Ohuegbe. The Joy Business Van on TV, radio, online, and on ground. Powered by Joy Business and supported by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Apex Advertising presents a must-see movie, Bad Luck Joe. All because of Patapa.
Must prevent her from coming even 2 inches near your father's body. I will never allow this old hag claim my property.
Bad Luck Joe is hilarious.
There's a dead body working somewhere here. Natural slap.
Bad Luck Joe will keep you at the edge of your seats.
Anna, I'll change. Anything that you want me to do, I'll do.
Chris Attle, Sika Osei, Michelle Attle, and introducing Adoma. Bad Luck Joe, showing at the Silverbird Cinemas at the Accra Mall and West Hills Mall from 5th October 2018 at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. daily. Rate 30 Ghana cities.
Where? Well, I never feel great.
It's the beat, the rhythm, the sound. This is 99.7 Joy FM.
Mean to me, oh, mean to me, oh, mean
chorus.
Yeah, it's just something that you play with a CVC, right? Nice. But earlier in our conversation, you were talking about how you never anticipated what, the bandsmen do after a gig. And you found yourself in a classroom table, because, you didn't have accommodation. I'm sure there were several other challenges quite apart from that minor, incident. What were some of the challenges that you faced along the way in your career as a guitarist?
I think that probably the toughest part is like working as a musician in England, and in general having a family to keep.
Right.
That's because I naturally rather like composing, and that takes time. That which people might think, oh, you're being lazy, you're lying down a bit, relaxing too much.
Yeah.
But real compositions don't come by forcing them.
Right.
It just needs a person to be relaxed, for wherever it comes from, spiritually, from abroad. And if you have a family and you're responsible, then what happened to me for a long time, how I became a session man, was that now I had to keep my family.
Right.
And so a phone call comes, and I go and play whatever the person needs in the studio. Gladly that time, but it means for a long time you might just be off course.
Yeah, because then you're playing what people want, but not what you are creating yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say that you probably, because you are a perfectionist and you want your sound also to come out right, and probably that's how come you will stall in its preparation?
I was what? Sorry?
You were a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And probably that's why, you take time to make sure that your music is of the quality that you want before you play it.
Yes. I think that's like my family's, it's a trait, my family trait.
Right.
My brother, for example, was probably the best military pilot Ghana ever had. Wow. And he had gone to Pakistan. There was about 35 pilots, best pilots from all over 35 countries.
Right.
And he was the one to excel. And that's in my family. Everything. My sister is Nora.
Yeah.
Nora Bannerman.
Yeah, I know Nora.
Yeah, and she tries to do the best she can.
Yeah.
So everything we do, we try to
make sure you're the best.
The best. Sometimes, perfection can be over the top, but it's a thing.
Sometimes when it's in your genes, you can't fight it too much.
You might go too far, but still, it's something that informs the
So
way
you think
I
that
work.
maybe being a perfectionist was a little bit of a challenge for you working abroad?
It was necessary because perfection is everywhere, abroad. The competition is really tough.
Yes.
You have to do the best you can.
Right.
But with a family, then I had to just go out and trying to be as eclectic as possible, be able to cover as much different styles as possible, which in the long run is good because you learn new things. But if you're creative, unless you're very spontaneously creative, then that means you're losing a bit on the creative side.
Yeah.
May take a lot of session men you find haven't got an album.
No, because they're always playing for a particular session.
That's right. I'm waiting for Kwame Yeboah's album. He's working with Cat Stevens now,
right,
and has worked with great. But it's not that he can't write.
But he hasn't got the time to do it.
Yeah, he's in
perfection.
Demand. Yeah, he's in demand.
Yeah,
And when is he going to actually stop working with
other people and concentrate on his own?
But the money has to come in, so you got to keep working.
Exactly. I get it. It makes sense, but what else can you do?
Yeah. It's possible to plan your life.
Yeah, that in itself.
So you mix the two.
Yeah, that in itself is a survival thing, but it's a little bit of a challenge for you as an artist.
Yeah, and at the same time, you're learning new things from other people. Maybe one day, when they bring an album out, it's going to be really massive.
Yeah. But hey, it does make sense in all of that because then you are trying to, and do you?
Well, sorry to cut you, but yet. It's like almost like a moaning slide because there are other musicians who actually will just stop playing music completely because they're going to raise a family and do another job completely. And they will do that and come back later. So it's life.
Right. So it's life. You're right about that. It's okay. I probably have to phrase this question in such a way that people won't feel aggrieved. Basically. You've been very successful here and abroad. But if you think about it and you play it backwards, do you think that the amount of success that you've gotten for yourself as a guitarist, you'd have gotten the same if you had stayed solely in Ghana and perfected your art?
It's unlikely the way I look at things. I tend to look at things in a very global sense anyway, and I think there would have been a bit of friction between me wanting to do things abroad and staying here to be successful.
Right.
If we had an industry, West Africa wide or even Africa wide, where like in the States, musicians can tour from the East Coast to the West and back again, and they're down for the year.
Yeah.
But we don't have that kind of infrastructure for music here.
Right.
So
you probably would have been put in a square for a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully that will happen, over time, where maybe there's a trans-African railway or something where musicians from Ghana can work all their way down, from the west, maybe through Cameroon or Nigeria, and then down to Kenya, and then still touring, and South Africa, and then come back again, and would have made money, and so like that. But if you're thinking in terms, your outlook is more international, then you would tend to want to leave these shores and also to make
go out there and make it better.
Make it better, a better life yourself.
Hey, I mean, whichever way it sways, at least that's what has taken care of you and your family till now, right?
That's it.
You probably had to do what you had to do at the time when you had to do it. Okay, we're just 9 minutes away from midday. I've got some information for my listeners. I'll get back to them in a little bit. Let me read some of your messages coming in. He is great. He's a legend. That is the icon, Alfred Carey Bannerman. A good and a great program this morning. Very uplifting. Oh, but you didn't leave your name. Well, thank you for reaching out all the same. Somebody said he was hearing a lot of tingling in the background. It was only because Mr. Carey Bannerman was playing his guitar in the back. That was all you were hearing.
I was preparing.
You're always prepared anyway, so there's no problem with that. Anyways, let me run this information by my listeners, and then we'll continue with our chat before we get to our news at noon. So, folks, a quick reminder about the Labadi Beach Hotel Oktoberfest. It's Labadi Beach Hotel in partnership with Joy FM bringing you Oktoberfest 2018. Come catch all the fun, the food, and I'm talking about the German food and drinks live at the Labadi Beach Hotel this October. Come Friday, 5th October, 5 p.m. till midnight. The gates of the Labadi Beach Hotel will be open to you. Then on Saturday, 6th of October from 2 p.m. till midnight, performing live will be the amazing Schlutz and Flitzer band from Germany. There will be lots of fun for the kids as well. For inquiries and bookings, call 0544-431213, 0540-123691. It's Oktoberfest 2018. Come, let's celebrate. By now, you must have heard about the Nokia 1, Nokia 2.1, and Nokia 3.1 smartphones. They come packed with the power of the latest Android. They are pure and clutter-free. Now, this means no bloatware apps and hence more memory for your use as you desire. Also, I love the fact that these phones are affordable and are a step ahead of the curve with classic durable designs. To add to that, they come with unlimited photo storage with Google Photos. Now, these ones are the real deal, so grab yours, Nokia 1, Nokia 2.1, and Nokia 3.1 smartphones, and enjoy them. Your business and the health of your workers are directly related. The more time your workers spend away from work due to ill health, the less productive they will be to your business. So to keep your business's productivity high at all times, make sure you're providing your workers with good health insurance like Acacia Health Insurance. Acacia Health Insurance will provide your staff with great customer service, quick payment on claims, IT support for quick service and coverage in all the 10 regions of the country. Give your business what it needs with the #1 health insurance provider, Acacia. We place value on those you value. Are you ready to fly? Are you ready to touch the sky? Your leading powdered milk cowbell is about to make that possible. Guess what? Cowbell will be in the sky with a glowing hot air balloon in a community close to you. The amazing part is you could be the one flying in that balloon and it's absolutely free. Now that's cowbell in the sky. Now, if you want to know more about the balloon in the sky, stay tuned in to your favorite station, Joy 99.7 FM, and get more information also from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages of Cowbell. That's at Cowbell Ghana. Cowbell, our milk.
Radio means joy.
It's just a concluding part of our live studio session with Alfred Carey Bannerman in the studio this morning. So yes, the tingling you hear in the background is the guitar. Don't get it twisted. But before we go, I just wanted to find out from you what you think about, present day Ghanaian artists and the music they're playing as compared to your days.
It's not an easy question, I don't think, because at any time, those who are creative are actually absorbing influences or things that are happening
around
within their environment.
You're right. You're right.
The younger people have more computers now. There are more programs to use, so the music will tend to be program music.
Yeah.
But still, they're being creative. The messages that they put in might have impact or might affect community,
right.
and be harmonious and so on. I worked a bit with a Ghanaian musician called Sway.
Sway was here a couple of years ago. He lives in London.
That's right. And he was very as passionate as other. He's not really like an instrumentalist, but there was the passionate creativity
about him.
So it's difficult to compare. Like apples
then and now,
mangoes,
but do you have any favorites now? Do you listen to any music from the new artists now? Anybody that comes to mind readily?
Not really, but I enjoyed working with Sway.
Yeah,
I hear sometimes I can't hear what they're saying. It's too quick for my ears. So but
okay, maybe they probably want to tone down to your level so that you can be able to relate to it.
How much time do we have now?
Oh, we have 3 minutes. But my last question before we go, and then maybe
I'll play us out.
Okay, definitely you play us out. So you got 1 minute to answer this.
Okay.
If you were not a musician and you were not a guitarist, what would you be?
I'll be a philosopher.
You would be a philosopher. Okay, I'll like for you to play us out. You got 3 minutes.
Denswe, isso que é senhorinho. Denswe, imio. Denswe, dofu bro. Denswe, orimio. Denswe, dofu bro. Denswe, orimio.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Well, world-renowned guitarist Alfred Carey Bannerman. You probably remember him on the track Densu from back in time. Also another one that was famous around here. He's the one we've been chatting with all morning in our live studio session. And no frills, no nothing. He's just a nice, real cool guy. And I've enjoyed this interview immensely.
Thanks so much.
I hope that, we can get to do this again.
You make it so easy.
No, you make it easy because then with your guitar, you just floor all of us and you just make us feel good. So thank you for blessing gracing the world with all the fantastic music you play from your strings.
Thanks, Doreen.
We wish you many more happy years with your beautiful guitar. We can't wait to hear more from you too. And we wish you the very best. Thank you for coming out to hang out with us. God bless, and I hope that you come back to teach more younger kids what you do so fantastically on your guitar.
Thank you so much.
God bless. And it was good hanging with you, Alfred Carey Benham. Thank you so much for making it happen. Have a good one. God bless.
A politician started